Manas had a glorious past, had a glory of its own. It is a World Heritage Site, a National Park, a Tiger Reserve, a Biosphere Reserve, and a Elephant Reserve. And with so many epithets it had, but in 1990s it depleted rampantly due to the Bodoland mass movement. And there was no goods inside the forest in different parts of the Manas National Park. And those period, people sneak into the park and rampantly hunt wild animals and fell trees during that time.
Manas National Park'a मोनसे वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज साइट इन डेन्जार मुङै मोनसे गाज्रि बदनाम दंमोन आरो बे बदनामा जाहैबाय थांनाय बड'लेण्ड सोमावसारनायनि जाहोनाव जादों आरो बर'फोरा बे इन्डेन्जार टेगआव मोनसे गाज्रि मुङै लिरजानानै थादोंमोन जे बर'फोरनि थाखायनो मानासआ जोबस्रांलांनो हमबाय आरो बै गाज्रि बदनामखौ बा बर'फोरखौ बै बदनामनिफ्राय रैखा होनो थाखाय जोङो मोनसे टारगेट लादोंमोन जे जोङो मानास वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज साइटखौ जोङो थारमाने रैखा खालामगोन थिग बे लेखायैनो जोङो भुयापारा रेन्जनि सिङाव थानाय गासै मोन 35 खान गामियाव जोङो मोनसे एवारनेस केम्पेइन हाबाफारि लानाय जादोंमोन
बे सिगांनि समाव माने रावबो सानस्लाबनो हायाना जेरै मेगनजों नुदों जोंनिया धंस जालांबाय थाबाय उनाव लासै लासै जों आरो जि समाव एसे साननो हानाय जाबाय जों रायलायलायबाय बे हिसाबै जों माने थाबैनो एसे राहा लानाया मोजां जे बोरै लागोन बेयाव जोंनि एबसुनि गथ' आरो जि दासिम मानास मावजिगेन्द्रिखौ सामलायबोनाय सिगांनि बारग' आफादगिरिफोर बिसोरो एसे माबानानै लिंथुमलायबाय जोङो हागौमानि जोंनि मानास हाग्रामाखौ रैखा होनायाव लोगो होजोबनांगोन नों आं जोंल' हाया बेयाव गासैबो जों गोसो होनानै माने गोसो मोदोम होनानै गामिनि न'खर न'खर खाथि खाला हाग्रा सेराव थानाय रायजोफोरखौ जों बुजायनांगोन होमबासो जों रैखाथि होनो हागोन
That time we have so many intellectuals, good thoughts, good wills among us. We have all Bodo students organization. So those students leaders didn't want to destroy this Manas because their main target was to create separate Bodoland, not to destroy Manas, not to destroy animals. The leaders, even though they thought that we have to conserve this Manas, but power was not in their hand. Power was with those extremist people. So after the solution of BTC, which was held in 2003, 10 February, and all the illegal guns were surrendered to the government of India, and this area became peace and normalcy period.
Yes, there was a big disaster out here, I remember. I came here as a deputy field director. There were some difficulties in conservation measures. What happened was I came with a revolver in my waistband. And it was, what obviously it was, stashed with weapons, and they were laughing at me. Yes, sir, why do you come like that? So he gave me RNI, welcomed me. First question they fired me was, why are you here? I said, I want my Manas back. Who? Really? We too want our Manas back. There comes a transition of whole thing, dynamics. I agreed, they agreed. So comes a big formulation, greatest cocktail in the world, conservation cocktail in the world.
In 2003, 13 December, under the banner of Sapaguri Koklabari of All Bodo Students Union here, the Manas Maozigendri Ecotourism Society was formed.
The main motto of our society is to make Manas poaching and smuggling free, with the poverty alleviation in fringe areas.
When I took over the charge of Manas National Park as a president, I declared the Manas Maozigendri conservation movement in and around this Manas National Park.
That time, so many people were staying inside Manas for cutting trees and hunting animals. So it was very tough work for us to stop, to prohibit this all. Since we know who are having guns with them, handmade guns, who used to do the manufacturing of guns, we already know them, because we have representatives from each and every villages.
आरो बे इलिगेलि शिकार खालामनायखौ जोङो होबथानो थाखाय जोंनि बे ओनसोलाव जेसेबांखिनि शिकारिफोर दं बिथांमोननि बे सिलाइखौ जोङो सिज खालामनो थाखाय जोङो साफ्रोमबो शिकारिनो गांसे गांसे लेटार इस्यु खालामनाय जादोंमोन आरो बे लेटार इस्यु खालामनाय थाखाय गोबाङानो जोंनि खावलायनायखौ मानिनानै खमसे खम 2003 निफ्राय 2008 मायथाइसिम जोङो गासै गं 60निबो बारा बे इलिगेल सिलाइखौ जोङो मानास मावजिगेन्द्रिनि आवथायाव जोङो लाबोनाय जायो आरो बेखौ जोङो उनाव बाक्सानि डिसि बिथांनि आखायाव हेन्डअभार खालामफिननाय जायो।
आङो गोदो शिकार मावोमोन नंगौ ओरैनो जोङो मै अमा मैदेर गान्दाखौ बिदिहाय मोनाखै आङो 2000 मार्चआव एक्सिडेन्ट जादों थांगोनमारायाव बेनिफ्राय जोङो बैसागोआव थारमाने मोनसे हाग्रायाव हाबनाय ओरैनो इन्टारेस्ट मै अमा नागिरनाय बेबायदिमोन आरो थिग बैसागो 1 तारिखआवनो आरो बैसागो 1 तारिखआव थांगोनमारा होननाय जायगायाव जोंनिफ्राय होलांबाय नालाय मै अमा गुवार जानानै होलाङो ओमफ्राय बेहाय अमा गावदोंमोन आं मासे आथिङाल' बायदों आरो बिदि गुलिया डाइरेक्ट बिदि नाङै खारनायाव गावनाय नालाय आं आरो गंनानै थांनायावनो सिलायखौ बाननानै बे आंखौ आरो हाग्रा मोनसे जायथुबो थानानै थाबनो बेयाव हमखायनो होसोबोनानै आंखौ एटाक खालामदों आरो एटाक खालामनानै मा जाखो बेनिफ्राय भागर मेडिकेलाव थांबाय बिदि आखाइया जथाराखैमोन खिन्थु बोरैहाय मा माबाखो ओमफ्राय दानस'लायनाय जादों आरो एक्सिडेन्टनि उनावबो आङो सिखार खालामदोंमोन आं अस्त्र-फस्त्रआबो दंखायोमोन नालाय आरो जेनेबा 2003नि आगोलाव खुनु जेबो बुस्थुआनो गैलामोन आरो दंफां लाइफां बायदिसिना जेबोआनो गैलामोन आरो जोंखौ जिथु माबा खालामदोंमोन जिथु जोंखौ बुजायनानै सारेन्डार जाहोदोंमोन एबसु अफिसनिफ्राय जाहोदोंमोन
आरो जोंनि मावनांगौ एरियायाबो बुरजा जानायाव जोङो माखासे माने एक्सप'जार बिथांमोनखौ जोङो मटिभेसन खालामदों आरो नोंथांमोना कनजारभेसन भलन्टियार जानानैबाबो जिउखौ दैदेननो हायो जों बेयाव मोनसे टुरिजम स्पट गायसनगोन बे जोंनि थांखिफोरखौ जों बिथांमोननि सिगाङाव बुंदोंमोन उनाव बिथांमोना जोंनि खावलायनाय लेखा बायदियै माखासे माने सिखारिफोरा जोंजों ज' जाफैदों आरो थिग बिदिनो फैयै 2003निफ्राय लानानै 2006 मायथाइसिम गासै 60सो एक्सप'जारफोरा जोंनि बे मानासखौ संरैखा खालामनाय हाबाफारियाव बाहागो लाफैदोंमोन आरो पेट्रलिं होफादोंमोन
खिन्थु जोङो गोदोनिफ्रायनो सोरखौबा बुजायनाय सोरखौबा दबथायनाय सोरबा सिखारि जोंनि लोगो सिखारिबाबो जोङो सोरबा अख्रा जादोंखौ हमदों सारेन्डार जाहोदों बा सोरबा दंफां दानग्रा बन दानग्रा जों हमदों बुजायदों बेबायदिनो खालाम दिनै सिखारिबो बेबायदिहाय गैला
जे जोङो हिन्जावफोरा न'खराव थानानै न'खर सामलायो खिन्थु हाग्रायाव थांनानै हौवाफोरा मै लाबो अमा लाबो बेखौ नेनानै दाथा हागौमानि बिसोरखौ बिदि दाथां बिदि दालाय जेरै हागौ ओरै जों बादा होनानै लाखिनो नाजा आरो उन्दैनिफ्रायनो गथ' गथायखौबो जाहाथे बै लामाजों थाङा बेखौ उन्दैनिफ्रायनो फोरोंखा जाय गथ'आ फरायनायाव गोसो होआ बे माने लबार लाबथिंनाय सिखा लाबथिंनाय उन्दैनिफ्रायनो हाग्रा बेरायनाय गरसे मोनगौबा गरनै मोनगौबा बे मोनसे गाज्रि निसा बेबायदि जायो होननानै गथ'फोरखौ स्कुलाव फैनो होजोबनांगौ बिदिखौ बुंबाय न'आव थानानैनो दाउ अमा फिसिनानै एसे न'नि आबाद मावनानै बा जि जोम दानानैबो जों न'खर सामलायनो हायो बेबायदिखौनो बुजायदों आरो बुंबोदों
But in 2004, after the Manas Maozigendri conservation movement, at a part of this forest, it is called Daulavili. Daulavili was a small marshy land here, and around this area we saw 5 to 10 elephants around. And this was the beginning, the coming back after the security scenario improved by our local NGO.
मायथाइनिफ्राय 2008 मायथाइसिम मानास नेशनेल पार्कनि सिङाव जों गासै 49 किल'मिटार जोङो लामा बानायनाय जायो आरो बिदिनो मोन 12निबो बारा एन्टि-पोचिं केम्प जोङो गोदानै बानायफिननाय जायो
Right now also we have 48 numbers of volunteers. So in the field of conservation we used to do patrolling inside the park and even sometimes outside also. Day and night patrolling we have to organize. Sometimes we have to do patrolling with militaries also, SSB and police forces, We used to take help from them if we get information of going some illegal practices near the forest. So we inform them and take their help to do the things. Here, main problem is that elephant depredation. The rate of elephant depredation is very high. Sometimes elephants used to go to the villages and destroy the shelter of people. They sometimes became homeless to pass the next night. So immediately we have to help them. Some physical help also our volunteers extends to rebuild their shelter so that the goodwill towards the wildlife exists amongst the heart of people. Mainly, we are doing two things. One is conservation and one is ecotourism. So we are trying to create so many homestays, small homestays in the Fringe area, so that we can make a barrier in between this wildlife, this Manas and Fringe villages. Here 60 mammal species and more than 476 bird species are found here. And 17 species of amphibians are available here, and 622 plant species are recorded from this Manas National Park. So many critically endangered species are found in Manas, like Bengal florican, golden langur, Royal Bengal tiger, clouded leopard, pygmy hawk, and many more.
तो इकाने वो उसको सब इम्पोर्टेंट है तो हमें लाया लेकिन तो ये वो तो मतलब कि वो हिकी बात ऐसे ये तो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है मतलब कि हम मौत है कि मौज दी कोई दिलो ये तो ब्लैक नेप मोनार्क the nape.
Presently, the Manas Maozigendri Ecotourism Society has been organizing so many workshops and trainings for the youths of locality. Mainly for the supplementing program of the nature guide, tourist guide, we used to do some workshop on bird watching and biodiversity program and others. And for making successful in this conservation activities, we still we are doing awareness campaign in the villages. We have already completed hundreds of awareness campaigns. We have approached to all supas, small supas. We have approached to all schools and even colleges. We extend awareness program in villages and marketplaces. Along with the awareness program, we used to do some cleanliness program by calling students and teachers together the places so that we can make them aware on biodiversity. And sometimes the wild animals of the park go to the villages and it is sighted by the villagers, and immediately they inform us. We rush to that places and rescue the animal. That time people used to gather to see the animals. So in that moment we take opportunity to give them awareness on the field of biodiversity.
NGOs also coming back, and rhino translocated have been here in Manas National Park, and first of all WTI and WWF they did the rhino translocation, elephant reintegration. All these activities began to happen in Manas National Park because of only the improved security scenario initiated by the local people. Community people participated in the conservation movement more rigorously, so that kind of activities could happen.
They never said my jungle. That is why earlier it failed and later it really gave birth to a success story. When we become all, as a Savi, Amar, Agni, Jagni, not Nagni anymore, that is why we succeeded.
2005 मायथाइनि 2 एप्रिलाव इउनेस्क'नि सेक्रेटारि जेनेरेल बिथां डेभिड शेफार्ड लोगोसे किशोर राव बिथांमोना जोंनि कक्लाबारि आसुलिक कमिटि एबसुनि बे मावख'आव नुजाथिफैदोंमोन आरो उननि हाबाफारियाव बिथांमोना मानासनि सिङाव बायदि हाबाफारि बायदि हेबिटेट रिसार्च वाइल्ड लाइफ सार्भे बेखौ खालामफिननानै उनाव बिथांमोना मानास वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज साइटखौ उनाव फ्रि खालामफिनना होनाय जादों।
जों जेरावखि थाबाया मानो मै नङाबा अमा बा मैदेर नङाबा गान्दा अनेक बुस्थुखौनो लोगो मोनो आरो जोंहा गोसोआ बिराद आनन्द मोनो आरो।
In the month of spring, Baisagu festival is held in our area. That time people used to gather on the first day of the festival and enter to the Manas National Park to hunt the animals. It had been being done traditionally in our society. But we finally became successful to stop these activities, And for this region, we won the Amrita Devi Bisnoy Wildlife Protection a prestigious award in 2006.
जेरैहाय बै समाव माने हाग्रायाव हाबाबानो ओंखामानो गैया हाग्रायाव हाबाबानो ना बेदर लाबोआबानो जों जेबो मोनजाया ओरैबायदि साननाय दंमोन खिन्थु दिनै मोनजायो